Hello everybody, I just wanted to follow on from my last topic, which was convulsions of the universe. Okay, so this one is going to be based a little bit more. I'm going to delve into physics. I'm going to delve into the aspects of how physics is actually contributing to occult phenomena and how this links in and can be explained. How we can explain convulsions of the universe by using physics, okay? And interlink this with dimensional aspects as well. So if you want to hear this, stay tuned. Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Gemma. I am an advanced occultist and a criminologist. And today I would like to talk to you about convulsions of the universe extended. Okay, so let's go into a little bit of physics first. So obviously in the last one, let's do a little recap. I did speak about the Mandela effect and how we can kind of spot the difference in what we knew in the past and then what we come to sort of think is different in the future. Okay. What else did I talk about? I spoke about the fact that an aspect of the quadrant in a coordinated graph, and there's quadrants, and they actually make it make sense as to why and how it can filter through into this lifetime. Okay. So that's what I basically spoke about that time. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to talk about aspects of the physics side of things because it's needed, especially when we talk about stuff like this, because it puts everything together, and we can interlink physics with occult phenomena. Okay, so high time we did this because it's all in relation to the mind. Okay, so this is a really good topic and I think a good follow on, and it's much needed. Okay, so let's begin. Einstein's theory of general relativity. Okay, so this is an aspect of it was where a particle went a particle and then they join back together again. Okay, so it's almost like a dispersion, and then it dispersed, and then it all linked back together again, and then it dispersed, and then it linked back together again. Okay, so I'm going to show a picture up, and I'm going to give an example now of what I'm talking about in Einstein's theory of relativity. Okay, general relativity. Okay, so this is really important to understand and grasp aspects of quantum physics, because there's an interlink with general relativity and quantum physics. Now, this is an aspect of the same sort of wave in time where it's almost like a point and then a point and then they come together. Okay, so we can see this in this picture I'm going to show. Okay, this creates a wormhole in time, space, and reality. Okay, so this is the aspect of where quadrants can push through from your past lifetime into this lifetime. Okay, so this is where a wormhole is created. Okay, and this can actually be interlinked back with quantum physics. Okay, so this wormhole is in fact Einstein's theory of general relativity and links into quantum physics. So obviously they're the same. Okay, and then this one is where a wormhole is created. Okay, so I've just basically gone through that one. So if I was to explain this as a dimensional aspect, okay, so we have a time-space reality, okay? And it has to push through to get to the other realities. Now, you have to almost go up to go back down again, okay? To get to it. It's almost like a bubble in time, okay? So these are aspects where we go back to the Vexus Pisces, where they merge together, okay? I think it's Vexus Pisces. I'm saying like that because I want to say it like that because it's Pisces as well, which is interesting because it's two fish and they swim together. This is an aspect of it, okay? The Vexus Pisces is actually an aspect of the astrological sign, Pisces itself. Because Pisces have the ability to move through any situation, okay? Pisces are equipped, okay, to do this. And this is why they say Pisces are far out there. This is why they say that they are the most advanced sign, because they hold every single aspect of each sign and it's all within them. But at the same time, if you go beyond the, I guess, planetary alignments and you look at Earth as a bubble itself, okay? So we look at Earth as a bubble itself, so because it's round, you know, that's what they say. It's an aspect of being round. Okay, so if we can look at this as the Earth as being a circle. Wow, I don't know if anyone just heard that bang on the door. I just got my Christmas present, a Versace Crystal Neon, my favourite. I've had it since I was like 20 something, when even I was. It is so nice. It's really nice stuff. It's really nice stuff. It's called Versace Crystal Neon. It means black crystal. It's cool. It's nice. It's very sophisticated. Anyway, where was I? So, yeah, so the wormhole. Okay, so this is where we've obviously spoke about Earth, okay, being a bubble, right? So we have to understand this now. So we interlink it back with the Vexus Pisces concept, right? And then you put the Vexus Pisces into Earth as an aspect, and it becomes almost a beyond, but it's not even like Earth, it's like beyond that concept as well. It's a universe, because it's a universe in itself. It's not necessarily Earth, it's beyond Earth. So it's like, if we think of the universe as a bubble itself in time, and within that is like a bubble, and it's a universe, and it's got planets in it and Earth and all that stuff. So if we put the Vexus Pisces in that, then we have a concept where wormhole is possible. A wormhole is then possible. Okay? Okay, and so let's bring it down, because it's got that sounds proper out there. So bring it down. This is a computer, for example. So how you send a message, okay, to someone on the other side of the world through text message. And this is through a phone or a computer. So this is the aspect that really I want to bring into the understanding of what general relativity is. Because you can send one message from one phone and then it goes to another one. So it's like, it vanishes and then it pops out in a different place. Now this is the concept of general relativity and an aspect of quantum physics. Now we do this all the time. I'm doing it right now on video. I'm sending this message out to the world on YouTube, on my channel on YouTube. So this is an aspect of general relativity. This is an understanding of quantum physics itself. Okay, so let's go back to the bubble and the wormhole concept, where a universe is a wormhole, has a whole wormhole concept to it. This is an aspect of the 7th dimension. Okay, so this is still obviously part of the universe itself, but it's beyond the planetary alignments. Okay, so we have gone beyond at this stage. So it's almost like, because the phone is here, you know, Mercury retrograde might mess up technology, but the concept that it is beyond the planetary alignments, even though it is within the circumference of this planet inside, because obviously the phone is inside, it still has an influence on technology and stuff, but it has to go beyond that aspect to come back again. So it has to go into the ethers. Okay? And if we understand the wormhole concept as ether energies, okay, so it's beyond the battery, because the battery is within here, inside the zone, which is obviously Earth, the universe where the planets are circling. So that's where a battery aspect can take place. But if you go beyond to a 7D, it's ether energy. And this is love. This is love. Ether is green. Ether is love. And if you don't know love, then you're going to have a hard time getting past that. Okay? Unless you are AI yourself. And then if you're AI yourself, well, you can only get so far because you can't even come out of the universe. Because if you wouldn't even be able to reach it, you wouldn't even be from beyond. An aspect of you wouldn't be from beyond. Now this is obviously a bit out there. But bring it back down again to the concept where a bubble in time. Okay? So if we link this into Akashic Records, this is Kenneth Grant's understanding of linking back together circles in time, because he did a book about circles in time, and it's about like going back onto yourself, you know. So it's almost like we can talk about this like it's a 4D aspect, but let's be honest, we can go higher. This is 7D. These are 7D concepts brought down into this realm. So if we can bring aspects of the 7D into this one, it's almost like this one is the realm of multi, like 3 is creation, 3D is a creation aspect. So it's almost like this realm would be, if you understand the 369 energy code, which I am, 3 is creation. So we understand that we can bring anything into an aspect of creation to create. Then we understand that we can bring this into this realm. This 7D aspect can be brought through, okay? Because it may be necessary, a point of focus, but it will still be controlled by the planetary alignments because they are surrounding the 3D zone, okay? So everything all interlinks back together. Okay, so obviously I'm talking about convulsions of the universe and how it can like go back onto itself. So this is general relativity, how it can go back onto itself, how everything goes back onto itself. Okay? And we can bring this stuff down into 3D because it's creation. 3 is an aspect of creation. Right, okay. So this can interlink back with the Akashic Records and how they can convulse into our universe, okay, back into this universe, pushing through the bubble, okay, pushing through the quadrant aspects, the 1-point quadrant aspect, which is our life, how it's supposed to be, that seal, okay, and this can be done by meditation and hypnosis, okay, so you can change aspects of what is an Akashic record through an aspect of meditation or hypnosis. Okay? So now I'm bringing in, obviously, what I've spoke about my Akashic records. So if you haven't heard it, go back to it, read and then listen to this. Listen to the first one. akashic records, then listen to the convulsions of the universe, and then go on to this one. Okay, so if we link this now with universal law, okay, so you get your 12 universal laws. I've done a video on that as well. So, as I was saying, the universal laws, okay, these can link now back into the universal laws because they're not necessarily aspects of, well, they are aspects of this one because you get, so to go back to understanding of the dimensions, okay, we have 9 dimensions in total. Obviously we have sub-dimensions, and if we are to understand this as a creative aspect, okay, where it can be created within, we have 9 dimensions, okay. So this one obviously is the 7th dimension aspect, and this is the wormhole aspect, okay. So like I just said, they are links with universal laws, so they all coincide up to 9D, the universal laws, okay. So you get 1D to 9D, okay, and everything within that everything within them, even the sub-densities, right, they all interlink, okay. So you can't waver a universal law, okay. So one universal law, which is very significant, is that consent has to take place, okay. Has to be consent. Can't just go around, for example, hypnotising people. You can't just go around doing that, okay? And understand there are consequences, major ones, for doing this, right? So you can possibly end up back in a 1D unconscious state, depending on the seriousness of your crimes against the universal laws. And this is true, okay? So there is a process to these dimensional aspects. There are universal laws that are in place, okay? And you've got certain types of species that will make sure these rules are carried out, okay? Make sure these realities within realities are going according to universal laws. And if they are not going according to universal laws, things have to be put right, and then obviously that's when the consequence after that take place. So it's almost like you have to right your wrongs, but if you carry on doing what you're doing and you don't right the wrongs that you've done, then there are hefty consequences for that. And no one wants to be a 1D unconscious aspect. You know how long it takes to get back from that? It's true. Put some pictures in so you can understand. So I went through the general relativity and quantum physics and what that means, both the same thing. And understand that an aspect of the 7D aspect as well, the Vexus Pisces concept, which is the 7D aspect, okay, creates a wormhole within time-space reality, okay? So these aspects of general relativity, quantum physics, which create a wormhole, is actually 7D in nature, 7th dimensional in nature, okay? This is beyond planetary alignments, but it still encompasses the actual universe itself, okay? So this is like an aspect of a bubble in time, okay? And it's almost like it links back together, goes back onto itself, okay? And this is how you can go back to events in your life that were traumatizing, for example, and change them, okay? Because it's all in the mind, because your mind is like that, okay? Your brain is like a bubble in time as well. So a thought forms, for example, they're like bubbles in time, okay? So I did speak about a computer and how it can interlink back. The computer is a very good understanding of what 7D is, okay? And then I've linked it back with the akashic records, how they can convulse in our time, in our universe, okay? By using meditation and hypnosis. But it can also be controlled as well. So people can, like, for example, might hypnotize you or something, or like to do something like crazy, I don't know. But you know what I mean? Like, if that was to take place, obviously there are consequences for this because it goes against consent. Consent is a universal law, okay? And if people are if people are going against universal laws, doesn't matter what density you're in or dimension, you're committing a crime against universal laws itself, okay? So obviously there'll be consequences, okay? So thank you for listening to me. This was part 2, Convulsions of the Universe. If you have found this informative, like and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.